Greetings humans, welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to begin breaking this template apart into chunks and preparing it for a PHP file. The PHP file is going to allow us to connect it to a database and all sorts of stuff, so that'll be fun. But before we get started with all of that, I just want to point out a couple of pieces of functionality inside of Dreamweaver while your files are still HTML. Now, mind you, none of this is going to work once you begin converting the HTML into PHP. However, while you have it static, and I'm only showing this right now because we're going through this process of breaking everything up. But I want you to notice, first of all, these three regions of the screen. So this first region up here, the source code. These, if you click these buttons, you literally load up the file. So this is literally a link to the file. And these are all files that are connected to the HTML template, and the way that Dreamweaver is able to access those files is by reading the link tags. Okay, the link tags, the script tags. Okay, we got some down here. So by Dreamweaver reading this, it's able to load those up into the code view when you click them. Okay, I'm going to go back over to design view. Next thing I want to bring your attention to is down here at the bottom. These are the tags. So for example, I'm going to click my cursor in here next to the home. Notice down here we've got .nav link menu, .nav link. The nav link menu is a P, which is a paragraph tag. That dot represents that it has a class of nav menu. And if I wanted to highlight that, I click and you see now I've got home highlighted. If I click this one, it's going to highlight that entire link area. If I click this one, it'll highlight the entire nav item area. And this one will highlight the entire unordered list. Now if we switch to split view, you'll actually see Dreamweaver highlighting that code. Okay. Now this can be helpful when you're pouring through code looking for blocks, but we're going to actually do this an easier way. I just wanted to cover this way because this is what Dreamweaver is known for all the time. And so I just wanted to point out what it is. Let me get back to design view. Okay. The next thing finally is this properties bar. And essentially, like, all it does, like, for example, I'll just come here in the body. You see we've got document title right here. I'll just change this document title. Let's call it and so now I'll just show. Actually, that I accidentally clicked and came down to the footer. Oh, so right here you can see. Let me unpin it. So right now the title is Code Lander. I'm going to hit Control S to save, and now it's uploading to the server. I come back over and refresh. You see now it's got the title that we just set it as. And so these are properties And essentially what all of this stuff does is try to allow you to point, click, drag, drop, and design and manipulate. But one other point that I want to highlight is the reason why things look structured and neat when you look at it on the server, but then when you look at it here in design view, you've got these cut out dots and things aren't laying next to each other like it's supposed to. The reason is because the style sheet is not active. If we do live code, it will execute all of the code. Now the style sheet is active, the JavaScript is running, everything is running, and you can see, you know, how it looks. Okay. So I'm going to stop this part right here, and in the next video we're going to actually begin bussing this apart and turning it into what we want it to be. So follow along.